Good afternoon, class. I am Teacher Jamera Jeneston, but you can call me Teacher Jam. And I am your teacher for this afternoon. Let's just proceed to the topic because I think my internet connection is not great right now. So let's just proceed to our topic. Now, before we proceed to our discussion, is everyone present? Miss Secretary, is there any absent? Wow, complete attendance, very good. Anyway, do we have any assignment class? Okay, thank you for the response. This time we will be learning something new. So please put away any unnecessary things before we begin. Before we proceed to our discussion, I have here the set of rules that everyone must follow to create a good flow in our class. I think all of us already knew the basic rules, right? Okay. Miss Panagiton, kindly read the classroom rules. Okay, thank you so much, Miss Panagiton. Um, anyway, before we proceed to our discussion, let us have a reviewing from our last topic, last meeting. What was our topic last meeting? Yes, it is about a Duran. Now, what is a Duran? Yes, very good. A gerund is a noun that ends with ing. Now, who can give me a sentence with a gerund on it? Yes, thank you so much, Jean Rose. And I believe you really understood our lesson yesterday. I'm happy to hear that. Now, before we proceed to our um, discussion, let us first have a short activity. I will be calling three pairs of students, and each pair will read a dialogue. So there are three dialogue here that you must read. For the first pair, please read. Okay. A round of applause for the first pair. And for the second pair, okay, very good. A round of applause. And for the third pair, okay, very good. A round of applause for our last pair. What you've noticed in our dialogue is about what? Yes, very good. It is about a conversation. Now, you have to put in mind that these dialogues is related to our topic today because our topic today is about communicative style. So these dialogues that you've read are the different way of communicating to different kind of people. Okay, but before we proceed to our discussion, let's present the objectives. Okay. Okay, you must comprehend the conversation, identify what communicative style is being used, learn and use the communicative style intimate, casual, conversational, consultative, frozen, in different situation. Present, perform a short communicative style in different situations together with your group mates. So later on, I will group you and you have to perform this. Okay, this is just very easy as long as you know what you are what kind of communicative style you are using. But before we begin our discussion, I have a question. Can anyone tell me what is the boon and bane of cell phone when it comes to conversation? Okay, thank you so much. Yes, that's a good input, no? What is the bone and bane of cell phone is There are actually bone and vein in cell phone. Probably most of us only notice the good impact of the cell phones, right? Or technology rather. Yes, cell phone helps us. That is correct, Miss Malino. That cell phone helps us to communicate with people we love, especially those which is far away from us. Through cell phones, we were able to communicate with them, talk to them, see them even on screen through messenger, video call, right? And sometimes when we want to give them updates, we just they just one click away. That is what cell phone did for us, diba? Um, Through cell phones, we're able to contact our family, our friends, our loved ones, in just a snap. Unlike before, when we want to for example, there's someone that our parents, our brother or sister that is in a different country, we have to write it down in a paper and send it through mail, and it took months before they even received the letter. Unlike now, that because of the technology arises, we were able to contact them right away through through messenger, through any kind of platform that can use in a conversation or communication. But of course, sometimes, even though the cell phones did a lot for human being, sometimes it becomes also a hindrance for a family to have a good conversation. For example, there are two people sitting in the couch. Instead of talking to each other, what happened was they do not talk each other. They do not do conversation or casual conversations about how was their day was, because each individual is so busy to um so busy scrolling Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, whatever. Watching videos. They're too busy with their phones. So sometimes they do not talk anymore. They're just sitting together, but they do not talk, which is very sad. And also, I've noticed also in some restaurant, there are some couples there that they do dates, yes. But as you saw them, you feel like, do they really dating? Because as long instead of talking to each other, they are scrolling down through their phones. So what happened was the cell phone becomes a a wall between the two people. Instead of connecting to each other, it makes the two people far from each other, I guess. That's what I've noticed, because I'm a bit observant when it comes to that aspect. But as we growing older, we have to also realize that cell phone should not be ruling our life. We should not depend on technologies, because technologies are just robots, and we people should not be controlled by them. Because what happened was, it seems like the technology is controlling us, because instead of doing a lot of things, we spend almost all of our leisure time is scrolling with our phones, which is very sad, because every minute of our life is valuable, and few hours of our life we spend through with technology, through just scrolling on different apps and watching different videos that is not really contributing to our life. It seems like we are wasting our time, instead of spending our time with our family, with our loved ones. We spend it to the technology. So what happened? It seems like our life is um, being taken by the technology, and we have to aware that, we have to realize that kind of aspect of aspect of when it comes to technology, that area. So yes, cell phones did help us, but also it is sometimes become a hindrance for the people to connect. And anyway, too much to the talking, no? Let's just proceed to our discussion. Now, what is communicative style? There are actually five different communicative style. The first one is the intimate communicative style. The second is casual communicative style. The third one is consultative communicative style, and the fourth one is formal communicative style, and the last one is the frozen communicative style. And the question is, what are these, and where should we use them when we are having what kind of conversation, what is the proper conversation we are going to use when we talk to different kind of people. Okay, to go deeply about this topic, let's just proceed. Now, let's begin with the intimate communicative style. The intimate communicative style is used by participants who know each other very well or share a very close relationship, such as close friends, siblings, husband and wife, parents and children, boyfriend and girlfriend. The participants in this style do not need a clear articulation of words or additional explanations. They may use words of endearment such as babe, love, dear, honey, etc., as a sign of intimacy. Yes, that is correct. That is intimate communicative style. For myself, I also use babe as an endearment for my partner because I don't call him through his name because I prefer to use our endearment because that is how I show my love towards to him. So also, this intimate communicative style is being used by girlfriend and boyfriend. So when we hear someone that is using a different endearment instead of their names, let's just assume that that two people are probably close, or they are boyfriend and girlfriend. Okay, so that is what we call intimate communicative style. Now let's proceed to the next one, which is the casual communicative style. It uses a language used between friends, peers, colleagues, or family. Most of the ambience with this style is relaxed and very light. And so, the participants may use group language only group members can understand. Jargon, slang, or vernacular language are used. The tone is very conversational and interpretation interruptions are very common. Also, nicknames are used in addressing one another. Yes, I've seen a lot of people that having a casual communicative style, especially in schools, diba? There are some students that has a lot of friends, so every time they talk, they have this um, they have these nicknames that they use, and sometimes they use words that is not that is informal. They use informal languages, but even though they are using informal languages, they still comprehend and understand each other because they are close. Sometimes through their closeness, they can understand what each others are saying, even though those words that are being used is not understandable by other people that is not in their circle. Yes, correct. Um, that is how casual communicative style is being used. Most of people that is using casual communicative style is those friends. I saw this a lot with friends because they they are not just using casual communicative style, but they are using jokes, and because they are too comfortable to each other, they do not feel offended when their friends are using different words towards to them, different nicknames towards to them because they are too close. No, there's no misunderstanding that happening anymore. And um and the third one is the consultative communicative style. This communicative speech style happens in two-way participation. It is used in semi-formal situation in which a speaker needs to provide background information while the listener participates by giving feedback. Thus, both the speaker and the listeners are active participants. This style is often used in business or in other professional situations, such as conversational between a doctor and a patient or a teacher and the students. Titles such as Mr., Miss, Ma'am, Madam, or Doctor are likely to be used when using this communicative style. Yes, for example, we are not feeling well. We go to the doctor. What we did was giving information, giving background to about what we feel, what is the stance of our body, what is our body healthy, something like that. And through those information, the doctor will respond the things that we needed. For example, we are sick. We have whatever illness that you can think. We goes to the doctor and tell whatever we feel, and they just give us feedback. And also, when they discover, because doctors are experts, when your head is hurt, they will ask something, and when that something that you replied fit to that illness, then they can pinpoint what what kind of illness you have, and through that they will be able to recommend a medicine, so that you can buy a medicine for your illness. For example, another example is a pregnant woman. I was pregnant before. I'm a mom now. I'm a mom of a little girl. When I was pregnant, when I was referred by these amazing doctor, and um, she's very nice doctor, and I tell her about what I feel, because I also experienced uh, pain in the bottom of my stomach, and she recommended me to take that that pill. I forgot what it was, and the pain was gone for a few weeks, I guess. I couldn't remember um, exactly what how long did I take that. And also, she recommended me of different kind of vitamins for my body and for my child that I was bearing back then. And I am happy because my daughter turned out very well. And thank you so much to my doctor and also to the Lord, because he blessed me with a very beautiful and healthy child. Anyway, go back to the consultative style. Yes, it is very crucial to have a doctor, especially when you are pregnant, because through them, you'll be able to monitorize your baby inside your womb. Because, without a doctor, it's so hard to know if your baby inside of you is growing well. Is is is, is my baby healthy? Those questions will come to a woman's mind, especially those that doesn't have a doctor. They also feel afraid. That's why we must be responsible when we are getting pregnant, because getting pregnant is such a huge responsibility. And the next communicative style is the formal communicative style. It is considered to be a straightforward speech. There is no participation from the listener. This style is often used in formal situations where there's only one way communication, such as speeches, televisions, newscasts, giving announcement, and etc. Yes, when we talks about formal communicative style, is definitely this refers to the news, diba? News doesn't need response from the public, from the people. News are only given information on what's happening around the world, because the world is huge, and as every individual, we cannot connect to the world without technology. So through technology, we were able to know, to have the knowledge of what is happening around us. Through news, through listening to the news, we gathered information on what's happening. Is there any catastrophe, or what is going on? Is there any war in the world, or whatever the news that we can hear. But also, as individual, as a responsible listener, we also have to be responsible. We cannot just we cannot just accept whatever information that was thrown to us. We also have to check it if it is fact or bluff. That is one of the most important um, part that every individual have to do, because we cannot just believe on something or someone that is saying like this. We also have to be responsible as a listener. We have to check if it is fact or bluff. Because of these technologies that is been going on around us for in the 21st century, we cannot help that there are rumors or news or informations that is spread, but it is actually not true. So it is just there is just these people that is happy posting things that is not true, which is so sad, because they are using the social media to manipulate people. And we should be responsible with our social media, because there are a lot of people that which is will be looking at your post and reading your post. And we can also influence other people. So as an individual, we should be responsible. We should be with our actions. We should be responsible with our actions to not post anything that is unsure about it. We should not post any article that is not true, because spreading false information can actually manipulate someone's mind. And too much for that. Let's move on to the last communicative style, which is the frozen communicative style. It is the most formal style and is reserved for a very formal situation such as weddings, religious service, or rituals, court proceedings, and other formal ceremonies. This style is used to address or is given to absolute strangers. It uses prescribed and highly formal language. In this style, statements are learned by heart. Examples are the Pledge of Allegiance and the National Anthem. It is typically prescribed by law, or it is a ritual that involves certain fixed statements that are never changed. Yes, the best example of this one is about Bible. The words in the Bible should not be changed or cannot be changed, because that is the word of God, and it was written way way back, way many years ago. Um, and it is considered to be a frozen communicative style which cannot be changed by people in the future. Whatever that is written in the Bible, it should never change. It cannot be changed. And also in a national anthem, when we are in when we saw or when we see a that is that when we hear the national anthem, we should stop wherever we are, and we should respect what is happening around us. Respect our flag that being raised, and listen and sing with our national anthem. We should always give respect to the national anthem, because that is prescribed by the law. Okay, too much talking. No, I think we almost have lost our time. Now, why do we need to use this kind of communicative style? Why do we have to know about these five different communicative style? Yes, we have to know this because as a person, as an individual, in the future, we will encounter this kind of situation. We have to know that every situation has different communicative style, and every situation will be needed a conversation that fits in the situation. For example, you are facing the law. When you are facing the judge in the court, you cannot say whatever you want, because you have to use a formal language. You have to You have to be formal, even your physical clothing. You have to wear a proper attire. You cannot go there wearing shorts. That is not appropriate by the law. So when you are entering a court, you have to fix yourself, make yourself formal, and also your words that will be using in the court should also be formal. When you are in the court, you have to respect all the people inside of the court, especially the judge, because that is how you are not just only presenting your mistake, but also you are presenting yourself. You are presenting your whole human being. You must respect all of the people inside of that court, and that is why we also have to avoid committing mistakes, because it is hard to live when you did not um uh, abide the law. Too much talking that I am doing. I am just really happy with this kind of topic, because I just really feel nice with this kind of topic. I have a lot to talk about, but my time is really limited. So let's just move on to our application. So in our application, I want you to group yourselves into three. So because you are 40 in this classroom, I want you to group yourselves into three. Probably you will be how 13, I guess. Yes, 13, and probably the one group will be 14. Am I correct? Okay, thank you. Okay, and for the group one, I will have an intimate communicative style. Yes, group one, you will be performing a intimate communicative style. And for the group two, we'll have a casual communicative style. And for the group three, we'll have a consultative communicative style. When you are listening to me earlier, you will 100% can perform these kind of styles, because this um activity is just very easy. Now create a dialogue based on your assigned communicative style. Using your members, create the scenarios that best supports the situation of your role play. Yes, this is a role play. I believe this will be fun. Now go to your groups. Let's start. Go to your groups and talk about it. And for a criteria, we have organization 30%, characterization 25%, mastery 45%. I will be giving you 20 minutes to organize, to master your rules. Okay, time is up. Thank you. And let's just because we are out of time, let's just do our your performance in the tomorrow, our next meeting, right? Okay. We have 10 minutes pa. We have 10 minutes pa na ano. Let's just spend that to our evaluation. I want you to um I want you to answer this one. It's just a short quiz. Okay. Okay, thank you. Just pass it in our Google Classroom, huh? And also, I also posted an assignment there, which you can view, and also it will be deadline tomorrow at 12 in the morning. Anyway, a round of applause for all of your participations. And now, um, a round of applause for yourselves, because you have now learned what communicative styles are. It is very important that the way we communicate has a huge impact on how we get on with people and get the things we want. Good communicative skills can help us avoid conflict or misunderstanding that would possibly occur when we are using a wrong communicative style. They are also important for making friends and having a healthy relationship. Thus, a responsible speaker, we must avoid using a wrong communicative style, not just for a meantime, but for also the rest of our living in this earth. Choosing a good communicative style is such a being a responsible individual, because there are some people which is very which you cannot joke with. Every individual is different. There are people that cannot take uh words which are jokes, especially those it is not close to you. So it's very important to use communicative style in every situation. We cannot just joke on someone that we just met, correct? Yes. And as long as we watch ourselves, we can avoid conflict. And in a way, I am so glad that you have really understood our discussion today. To further assess your understanding about our lesson, you will be answering this quiz, okay? In a column A, determine what kind of communicative style that will be used in these various contexts and choose the correct answer in the column B. Yes, this will be your quiz. And I believe we are out of time now. So let's just check this tomorrow till we meet again, because I think I consume a lot of time. And also, I have an announcement here, which is multiple choice. Choose the letter of the correct answer from the given choices. Write your answer on a separate sheet of paper. So you have to also to answer this one later, because this will be deadline tomorrow, after tomorrow at 12. Okay. Now that is the end of our class. Thank you guys for coming, and I hope to see you tomorrow.